Hey guys. So, Kat couldn't make it to stream today, so she asked me to take over for her. I hope that's okay. She said that you guys would be fine with it. Um, so here I am. Can you hear me now? Yo, what the fuck? Did you hear my whole intro? Oh, it was just when I came to this screen? Huh? Huh? I was like, if I did all of that lead up for nothing. Weird. We found Hubert. Yay. I'm here. Okay, here, I'll show you the full fit. And I've got this cute little skirt on. My hood. The hood is very cute. Um, there's also like belts and stuff with like there's a lot of belts. Well, it's two belts, but then there's like four different things hanging from the belts. I wasn't gonna do all that for a stream. It's a bit much. But I got the fit on. Isn't it so cute? Hold on here. I'll show you like the details of like the hood. Look how pretty. Isn't it cute? I'm Hubert. Everyone's favorite white mage. It was so funny. So when I texted my friend Gianna to ask her to do my photos, hi Andrea. I was like, I just want photos in my Halloween costume. I was like, I don't need a lot of them. It doesn't need to be anything dramatic. And she was like, where do you want to take them? And I sent her like screen grabs of like fight scenes when they're like in like the woods and shit. And I was like, we can just like go to the park you normally take photos in. And so she does not play video games if she doesn't know. Like, I think like the most video game thing she's ever played is like Mario Party. Like, we play Mario Party all the time. So, when I was putting the costume on, she was like, so are you like bad? She's like, are you evil? And I was like, no. I was like, I'm a white mage. I was like, so I'm a healer. I was like, I do like defensive spells. She was like, I don't know. When you sent me the reference photos, you looked evil. Or like the character looked evil. And I was like, what? No. I was like, and so then I had to like explain Final Fantasy to her and like explain that you have like four people that all do different stuff. And like the white mage is kind of like the most important because they keep everyone alive and defended. And then it's even funnier because when I walked up, all those kids playing soccer, and then that kid was like, "Oh my god!" And it was really funny because it just reminded me of that, like, witch meme, you know? Like, technically, they're not wrong. I'm a mage. It's kind of the same thing, I guess. It was really funny. The child pointing at me. Oh, I also have a staff. Don't worry, I have a staff. I think this definitely
How does a ghost
helped
take their
with
coffee?
the
With
child
scream and
pointing at me.
sugar.
Why isn't TTS working? Why is nothing working? Bro, what? You could hear it? Hi, Frog. Hi, Michael. I'm jumping off of a bridge. Why couldn't I hear it? Very clearly. With Screamin' Sugar is cute, though. Why am I having audio issues today? That's disrespectful. Rude as hell. I had to fix my ghosties. They were missing when I brought up stream. I do have my cute pink ghost cat pumpkin coffee cup. Hi, Hale. Oh, I want to see. Oh my god, the whole thing came out so cute, Frog. It looks so good. I like that you did the Disney knees. Really adds to the vibes. My friend has not sent me any of my photos yet. I'm still waiting. But as soon as she sends the photos, I will be posting them. I'll post them in the Discord before I post them on Instagram so you guys can see them first. I'm very excited. Okay, we're gonna play Slay the Princess. I'm very excited. I didn't even I had seen about this game. Hi Zeth. I had seen about this game on, I think I saw like a demo ad for it, and I was like, oh, that looks cute. So it's been on my wish list. And then Wiz brought it up yesterday. I was like, you should play this. This is what we're gonna do today. I'm very excited. And then we'll see where the wind takes us after that. Kind of want to play Demonologist. So we shall see if anything wants to work. There's also the new Sims update that came out today. Hey game, do you want to open or like no? Oh, I love that it's windowed. Oh my god, have an easy day at work, Taylor. The narrator for this game is a writer and voice for my favorite horror podcast. Oh, that's cool. Ooh, content warnings. We love that. Flickering image effects as well as parallax effect that on rare occasions has caused motion sickness. Interesting. All right, guys, if you get motion sickness or like blinky stuff, whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. How is the sound? Oh my God, thank God. This game is gay? Oh, say less. Is that good? I know the music just got a little louder, so. Oh, TMA is gay. Okay, no, that's fair. Okay. Because there's subtitles. Okay, looks like there's already subtitles. Okay, yeah. Slay. No, this game is horrific. Oh my God, I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm going to turn the volume down for me because it is very loud in my own ears. Okay. I'm excited. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. I'm excited.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I like how it moves around.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Slay. Literally. Ooh. Explore the end of the world. What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to be the end of the world is because she's locked up? Oh my God, there's so many options. Oh my God, there's so many options. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it. I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? The narration is quiet. It's all the way up. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm going to turn the music down because music is very loud. And then I'm going to turn up my desktop audio. Okay. We'll try that. Hi, Wiz. Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet. I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution. Silently continue the cabin, turn around, leave. Okay, we have options. We have options. I kind of want to know why it's the end of the world.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Is that better or is that too loud now? You are so very welcome. Look, this is so dramatic. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. And if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. Okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with. But how can a princess locked away in the basement in the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Do you have any evidence to back
You're
this
already
up?
on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey. Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies.
Ooh.
And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed.
Okay, slay. I just got a text from Wiz Khalifa. I didn't know you were friends like
So
that.
sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Okay, bet.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Oh, that's us talking. Cool.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh! Why is the princess in, like, a lonely cabin? Interesting.
The
Interesting.
interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Oh my god, I can't wait for the selection to be over too. I'm so tired of getting 50,000 text messages a day.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, but if I was meant to come and kill her, why didn't I already have a knife? Why is there one there?
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess
Interesting.
and save the world without it.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, it's in my hand! It's me stabbing.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly
Does
illuminated
this have multiple
by an
endings?
unseen light
would
in the
assume.
room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Honestly, me adding the knife emote yesterday is too perfect for this. What are the odds? What are the odds?
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. What a funny thing to say. That's what I'm saying, Frog. He's like, oh, she sounds manipulative. I was like, oh, I thought she sounded kind of hot. Just checking in on you.
It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Does no one, like, feed her?
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
Dangerous? More like hot.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I love this, like, sketchbook art style. You guys can't see her words. Okay, wait. Hold on. Move over here, maybe. See if that was a good spot for us. But no way. Why would you even think that? Oh, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. Nuh-uh. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. Steal your nerves and stuff. You could just stab her. Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you.
That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade.
I don't think I'll be doing that. I don't trust her.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
No, that's true. I'm not dropping the
You
knife,
ignore
though.
the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Yeah, I don't like her. Sorry.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
Like, she's not scared to be killed, so that's giving me bad
I'm
vibes.
probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Yeah, why a knife?
So, you should just
I think
drop
she
it.
would call me a
Best
slur.
not to risk finding out what I can do.
I do unfortunately think she probably would.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? These are my only options.
You go into this expecting to die, you're going to die.
That's what I'm saying. Why would you come in
Hesitating?
here?
Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
Chat, what do we do? Do we kill this bitch or do we drop the blade? I have a feeling we're gonna die. Okay, so hear me out. This game is literally called Slay the Princess, right? So we slay the princess, right? That's our option. I'm gonna move. Wait, let me see if we have the option. I guess it is in the title.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle.
Yeah, she's gonna kill us.
She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
Hi, Lauren.
We shouldn't have hesitated. But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good
What are
measure,
we?
the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down.
Okay.
As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess.
Why wouldn't you want to commit
As
regicide?
you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Slay. We didn't do that. We didn't slay, actually. We died. We're definitely not human. What
You're
are
on
we,
a
though?
path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement you're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible sense
A
of
terrible
deja
sense of
vu.
deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
Hi, Chloe. No, it's
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again. She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
I'm pretty sure this whole thing
It
literally
hasn't.
just happened.
Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I.
He doesn't remember.
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Oh my god, tell the people mover I said hi and I love her.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Okay, he's got us there.
Of course we died. We couldn't land a single blow on her, and she broke every bone in our body before she decided to let us die.
Yeah, she's kind of brutal.
What were we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to do to
Oh,
stop
we went
her
from
now?
the voice of the hero to the voice
It's
of the
pointless.
broken. That's interesting.
She's just a princess.
Not just
Saying her shouldn't have been
anything!
difficult, but congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right.
So sorry.
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Yeah, the consequences were that I died. She didn't. And we're back
What do you
here
mean?
again.
Of course there weren't any consequences. The princess killed us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
No, that's a great...
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
The world ended.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Dinah said, oh, it's Halloween? The void demon shall make an appearance. Hey, sweet girl. Hey, sweet baby.
If she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? We might as well just walk up to that cabin, break her chains and let her do whatever she wants. It's all the same in the end. Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So chin up. I believe in you.
Let's talk about the
Just
princess.
be quick about it.
I want to know more about her. She killed me last time. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again? All she did last time around was beat me to death. How can someone like that in the world? To quote you from the last time, she's just a princess. Why was she strong enough to beat me to death with her bare hands? Who locked her in the basement? What is this place? Okay, these two are relevant.
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
Okay.
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine. Or we could pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending that we're capable of doing anything in this situation.
That's a bit...
She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying.
So we do still have the voice of the hero.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever
Oh my
you do,
god,
don't
this guy has so many
pledge
voices
yourself to
in his
her.
head.
I cannot stress enough how absolutely
Lord.
catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
Yeah, we're not pledging ourselves to her. Alright.
Great. Now,
You know
if
what?
you
Let's
don't
just go
mind,
kill this
the
bitch.
whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Turn around and leave is so funny.
A
I'll probably
warning
just start it over,
before
right?
you go any further.
Oh god, what now?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Lying? Cheating? Why would she even bother? She didn't need to do anything like that last time. She caught us off guard last time. We'll be fine. Let's just keep our wits about us. At least one of you still has a shred of sense. Just make sure you listen to him and not that whiner.
I like how it's obviously the same person, but like there's a different cadence to each of like the voices to like make them sound different. It's really cool.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
Like the voice is broken, like he sounds broken. Mouth washing? Do I even want to know what that is?
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Okay,
The
it's
blade
very
is
different.
your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
We are small. This cabin is different
Maybe
than the
that's
last
because you
time.
haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Is it scary? Was it a scary game? You didn't say anything
That's
about the
because
mirror on the
there isn't
wall.
a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's
But-
definitely a mirror. There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway. And I'm sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse. For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future.
Hey chat, there's a mirror, right?
Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal. Probably. Do you not know what we look like? He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
I want to see what we look like.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
There was no mirror.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Sir, that's a claw. Yeah, we're
The door
definitely
to the
not
basement
human.
creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost
so
as
different
deep
from
as
last
you are
time.
tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her
Damn.
booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Oh, she's got a double voice.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
The broken needs to sit down.
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you
Witness
want
me?
to go down there.
Slay.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess. Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You've brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
Oh.
As if on command, the blade slips from your grasp. It clatters uselessly
I
to the
said
floor.
Titan.
But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us?
Wiz Khalifa just texted me too.
I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade. Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
Okay.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
I gotta go. I gotta go.
The last time we met, you couldn't even scratch me. And yet here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed.
Right.
What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met? I suppose that lends credence to our conversation in the woods. Still, whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
She knows that we're trying to kill her. Remain silent.
Do you think holding shut your beak is enough to stop me from prying it open? Do you think your skull can save your thoughts from being seen? You're less broken than I thought. Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
Y'all got thirsty faster than I thought. Listen, she used praise kink. I
Do
can't
it.
help who I am.
It's what she wants. No
Never
objections here.
underestimate us ever again.
I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade.
Yeah, are we a bird, or is she just using that as like a reference to call us like small and insignificant? You know what I mean?
As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Oh, we can't pick any of these. However, they say, why? What are you going to try and make me do with it? I'm going to kill you. You're not kidding about the divine hand. Who's doing this? Is it her? Is it you? No. The only option we can actually select is pick up the blade.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's
Yes,
easy.
Mommy.
See? This isn't so bad. Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably gonna stand anyway.
I hate you. I hate you so much, all of you. Stop making me do things. I'm going to kneel here forever.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To defy me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance. Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
What? You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this. Oh, we'll end this all right.
We're gonna slit her own throat.
Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
The narrator is like, wait. Wait a second. That's crazy.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do
slay the
your best to
princess.
stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson. Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I'm sorry. Don't. As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an...
That was my bad.
Then it slides back out,
Don't right
the
click,
wound
apparently.
burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Crazy.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her.
Our blade that we are like holding as our mouse now also has blood on it. That's such a cool detail.
It's what she wants. You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you. I'm on it. Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs. But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of
That's
blood
crazy.
and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird thinking it can defy a god. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
I'm gonna try and slay her again.
You can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement. You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will. You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
Right. No, for sure.
Stop.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat. The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. but something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before. Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death. There's a place at my side for you, if you'll have it. Not as an equal, but as something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Well, that's demeaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her. It's a mercy. Take it. I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
Wait, chat, what do we do? Pudge yourself or slay the princess? Do we try and slay her again, or do we pudge ourselves to her? I feel like we should continue to try and kill her. But is that just gonna keep starting this over and over?
No.
Sorry, broken.
Yes. Though your body trembles, struggling to
I
defend
lied
itself in
to
the face of the
myself.
princess's
I almost did.
overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react. The wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance. She falls
Stop
to
showing
the floor,
it.
crashing unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her
We
chest.
did it.
As you find your target again and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure. We can do this, can't
Not as
we?
continuously
You
stabbing.
always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet. There's an unsettling wet pop as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest.
You gonna rip our heart out?
Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact.
What is she?
You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this.
The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
Broken loves an enemies to lovers art.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine. She collapses to the floor.
God killer.
Her glassy
Slay
eyes
your
watch,
brother.
unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear as the two of you perish together. I suppose we were never
It's
going to get
me,
a
I'm broken.
happy ending here,
I
were
fear
we?
I'm also broken.
Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something, I guess. Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Are we gonna wake up back in the forest? The voice of the broken could also perfectly be called voice of the stepped on. And he asked for it. You're
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that?
okay.
I think he's upset. And what's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god.
Voice of the stubborn now. Okay.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was and ever will be.
I can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us and you almost got us killed. You're being too generous. He did get us killed.
No, yeah. True.
Alright, enough chatter. Got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions. Okay, great, you're listening. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a... If your
like this
thing
background.
is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. We know all about her, and it's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it? Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs, so you'd better take things seriously.
It feels like I'm being pulled in 100 different directions. You'd better all listen to me when the time comes to make a choice. If we hit the point of no return you mentioned, then what happens? No matter what happens next, it seems like our answers are at the cabin. We might as well see this through. I'm done with this. Bye.
Then what happens? Have you even been listening? It's the end is what happens. Yeah, but is there something after the end? How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there. If there even is a there, it doesn't matter because we're going to win. Now that's exactly the sort of mindset I like to see. Don't let yourself be consumed with self-doubt. Don't flirt with oblivion. Just focus on the present and everything will be absolutely fine. Good. We're all on the same page.
Ew.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already
The trees,
know.
though, that look like claws.
End her. That's it? No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
If there's still a princess at the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now, and you're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop whining.
What's the inside gonna look like now?
The interior of the cabin is a
Ew.
place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight.
No, it's just the mirror.
But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat.
Ew.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
You did this. The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
It's that mirror again, and this time it's blocking the door. You didn't mention the mirror last time either. Why? How are we supposed to get to the basement? There's no door. It's just a mirror where the door used to be. Are we the princess? I know we sound like a man.
A mirror? There is no mirror. We've done this already. Try to keep up. The repetition is maddening.
I am.
I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely. What are you trying to say exactly?
He thinks we've lost it, that we're succumbing to madness, that something in us has broken.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you. It went away after we touched it last time. Let's just do it again. You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange. It really is just like last time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here? Why now?
Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her.
Don't you want to know what we'll see in there? We won't be able to see anything if we smash it. Nah, I'm with him on this one. Smash it! Let's get violent already.
Stubborn is kind of funny.
Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time. You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised?
We
You
didn't
step
grab the
forward
knife.
into the darkness.
We don't have the knife.
The stairs leading down to
We
the
don't have
basement
the
are at once
knife.
both narrow and grandiose.
Oh no, I thought
The
I'd be able to
high-vaulted
grab it
ceiling
after I
stretches
looked at
up
the
into a gloom
mirror.
beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic.
We don't have the knife.
The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains.
So awkward.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart? Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat.
How are we gonna kill her
See
without
how
the
you
knife?
soured my once divine melody.
She's so angry with us. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop you?
You've got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good. She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination, and we're going to put an end to her once and for all.
Whatever she is now is our fault. If she's an abomination, then what does that make us?
It doesn't matter what we are. She needs slaying, and we've got the means to do it, so let's get a move on. If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here, and it's why your task is so important. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down
Okay, she
in
looks
clotted
kinda
streams
cool.
onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone. The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Okay, what a cool character design, though. Her dress is made out of the skin from her fucking leg. Like, that is so cool.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
Look at her. Her heels are made out of her bones.
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings.
That's just her skin!
She is loose, and she is coming for you.
Let her end it. It's the punishment you
Sorry,
all
this is so
deserve
cool.
for what you did to her. It's the punishment I deserve for letting it happen.
Screw that. We can win. We've done it before and we'll do it again, only this time we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us. We don't even have a weapon.
Yeah, we did fuck up with
It
that.
doesn't matter. I refuse to go out any way that isn't kicking and screaming.
I was stubborn. What happened to you? Wait, we don't have to do this. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry for what I did to you. Please just listen to me. Fight back. Let her end you. I'm just gonna fucking fight back. I'm not even gonna talk to her because then that's how we end up dying every time.
Still unarmed, you charge towards the princess.
Like this, I'm sorry. This looks so cool. She's loose is a weird way of phrasing it after her loose skin fell. Yeah. Her crown is like nails from the chain in the wall. And then her chest too. Like, I'm sorry, she looks so fucking cool.
It's now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory. With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
Oh yeah, we do have feathers. Hey, I think these are our guts.
No, that's our stuff. She can't just do that.
That's our stuff! That's our stuff! Baby, those are your insides, not just your stuff.
She just did.
Have fun,
Unfortunate,
Chloe.
I know, but reality is reality.
You should all just be grateful she's decided to keep us alive. Even in her defilement, she is merciful.
So you can look cool too, right?
We're not out for the count just yet. But we didn't even bring a weapon.
Yes, because we knew it was over.
No weapon this time. It's almost as if you were planning on dying
No, I
here.
wanted to know about
as
the
if
name.
I'd grant you such a mercy. No, we're going to make this last forever. Let's see how deep we need to dig to find the defiant little spark of your soul. This will hurt you.
Something infiltrates you. Though you do not see it, you feel it, slithering into your disaster of a body, seeping into the gaps between your molecules. The body of a sapient creature has, on average, 30 trillion cells, and each one of those cells is composed of 100 trillion some odd atoms. One of those
is so
cells
cool.
is peeled from the others. 100 trillion atoms are gone.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Yes? Then 2 are peeled away. Then 4.
This is
This
crazy.
is nothing. Nothing! 8. 16. 32. 64.
Whatever is happening to us, it's happening faster.
128. 256. 512.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
1024. 2048.
She's literally breaking us down by like our atoms. This is
4096.
crazy.
8192.
I feel small. Smaller than before.
16,384. 32,768. 65,536. You can't just count us into oblivion. 131,072. 262,144. 524,288.
525,600 minutes. But instead it's 524,288 atoms. You know?
What happens when it gets higher? Like, really higher? Nothing. Just like nothing's happening now.
But something is happening now. Something in us is liquefying. Something that started small but that keeps getting bigger.
1,048,000. The hundreds don't matter anymore.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
2,096,000.
This is crazy. How long does this go on for?
4,192,000. 8,384,000.
I don't like this waiting for something to happen, but it's taking so long.
That's what I just said.
16,768,000.
Oh no, she looks great.
33,536,000. 67,072,000. Your eyes are useless. 134 million. The thousands don't matter anymore. Your blood begins to go places it shouldn't.
Right.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
There's the pain. I can feel it now. But we can handle this. We can't let her win.
This is crazy.
We can't handle anything. We're at her mercy.
268 million. We don't need to count anymore. Your lungs fill with liquid. You smell things you shouldn't. You choke on pieces of what used to be you. Doesn't matter, because we're still alive. You are deconstructed. You are reconstructed. A square you, a round you, a you with too many legs, a you with many mouths which won't stop screaming. Then all of it pressed into a ball, tightly packed into the size of a fist. What does you even mean anymore? We just keep changing into
hate looking
horrible
at
things
this.
we can't control. Make it stop, please. Make it stop. Please make it stop.
You means we exist. There has to still be a way for us to win. Otherwise this would be pointless, and all this torture would be for nothing.
You're right about one thing. It is torture.
I'm tired. But I don't want to look at this again.
But it isn't pointless.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Yeah, we're still us, even though we're a weird, intestine spiral.
No.
Yes. The ball is unraveled into the shape of a body. The skin peels off in a corkscrew. The
These are
eyes are
kidneys?
plucked.
Or eyeball?
The organs arranged in the air in a neat row.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Oh, she sounds worried.
No.
Yes. You are stretched into a line 12 feet long, then 24, then 48. The line gets thinner as you get longer. A mile. 2. 4. 8.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Yes. 16. 32. 64. No. And then, all at once, there is a great rewinding, and all of the disparate threads that once were you fall dutifully back into place. You are whole again, and in your body, the same body you arrived in. The princess stands before you, her dress of skin more tattered than before, her face sullen.
It's all hollow. I ripped you to pieces. I broke your will, but it means nothing. I am forever a piece unfinished, a song with no refrain.
Why did you keep me alive? I've been here for so long. Everyone is gone. There's no one else here. Can't feel anything anymore. But still, I'm here watching. It won't let me pick any of those. I have to say, there's nothing for you to say.
We're so different. How could I ever hope for you to understand me?
She stands, arms outstretched, neck craned, gaze transfixed on something unseen above you both.
But perhaps there is a way to grant you understanding. Perhaps there is a way to make myself whole once more.
I don't know if I like
You
the sound of
are
that.
unwound again. But it's
I was gonna say, are we gonna be
different
part
this
of her?
time. Nothing slithers into your cells. You can feel something changing inside of you. But you see her changing too. Threads, strands of you, becoming pieces of something new. Something that's both you and her. Oh no, absolutely not. You have to stop this. Do you hear me? You have to stop this, or the entire world ends.
There's nothing left to stop anything. Your consciousness drifts towards hers.
Yes, yes! See me as I have had to see you!
I don't like all these bits. You do. You see a towering heart, wounded and alone, one that is familiar to you, if distant.
No, this isn't right. I feel cold.
Oh, those are her hands. Okay. The tethers that attempted to form between you have snapped. Your union has been halted. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place. Silence as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. Oh, what the fuck? You are at the cabin. Right. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Uh-huh. Right. No, yeah, exactly. Welcome back, frog. What are you? The gift of a fragile vessel. Is this the end of the world? Let her out of there. Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other? What happens now? Attack the entity or destroy your body. Okay, we have some very different options here. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Mm-hmm. But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. There is passion and empathy buried under her unfeeling skin. She will make for a weathered heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
No, Frog, I literally like am obsessed with this art style, and like this many hands in just like one thing, and they're all moving. Crazy. And like so like strangely beautiful. I love the art style of this game. The like sketchbook. Like it looks like what they give you to like show you like, hey, this is my idea for this game. And then they were like, no, but we're gonna keep it like this. Like we're gonna keep it like this sketchy style. I think it's so cool. And just like the random, I think red has been the only other color that has been in this whole thing. Has been like the red, like organs and blood. It's so cool. Yeah, exactly. Like a storyboard sketch. It's stunning. I love it. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Okay.
There is no exit.
Oh, I keep doing that. My bad. But the vessel's a creature of perception. She can make you forget if only you believe her to be able to.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole. and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Are you scared I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? How many more pieces of you do I have to find? And what if I don't let you do this to me? I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
How many more pieces of you do I have to
More
find?
than you have found, but less than there are to find.
So helpful.
I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Hi, Sanja. Happy Halloween, my love. Okay, so from what I'm understanding, we have to keep trying to kill the princess and getting different endings, essentially, to, like, complete this being. How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Okay. Let's just do it.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Right.
Hi Frog. Alexa, play Fireflies by Owl City.
You're on a path
Why can't I
in
hear
the woods,
TTS?
and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
That's so rude.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
We can fast forward because we've already, like, done all of this. Ooh, so we can pick different dialogue options and see what's said. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's
While
locked
I
up?
appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Okay.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Right.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Can someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Okay.
You make your way up the short path.
Okay, one
You
time
take
we'll have
the
to
blade.
enter this basement without the knife, I think. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. I'm just going to continue.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
I'm just going to kill her. I'm not even going to let her talk.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy... You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Crazy.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes.
That's what I said earlier. I said maybe
Even
I'm
as
the
she
real
lays there
villain.
dying, she entirely believes
But also I thought
herself
maybe I
to
was
be
also
alive and
The
well.
princess, but I don't think we are.
But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
They just have some kind of trick up their
It's
sleeve.
over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing
I'll check
hidden
her
up there.
sleeves. I'm taking it literally.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
No, take the knife
I
out first
really
so she
don't think you
can't
should. And why
kill
shouldn't we?
you.
Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Oh, what do we do? Okay, if we check for a pulse, I feel like she's gonna kill us. Should we just believe the narrator?
Yes, exactly. It's
We're just gonna
over.
believe the narrator. We're gonna have to do this all again.
With
so.
your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you
As I say, we
find
just have to start it
is
all
nothing
over.
at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness
This
of
is the
some
first
place
thing you
far
did
away.
that is incredible. You were like, I'm gonna do what the narrator says. I'm gonna kill that bitch and leave. Wiz said, I'm not fucking around. I'm out. I'm out.
What happened?
That is so funny.
Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here.
Does the narrator
This
know
is
that we're
good.
like living through
Everyone
all
is
of this over
happy.
and over again?
You'll be...
I was kind of hoping we get a better ending for saving
This
the
isn't
world.
an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of
You really
eternity.
need a lot of
Your
encouragement
reward.
to commit regicide, I guess. No, that's
This is
valid.
what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy. Hell no, do you have any idea how to get us the heck out of here? Of course we are. I like it here. We still have so many royals, though. For now. Get them, Wiz. Hell no. Do you have any idea how to get us the heck out of here?
But you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
Are we gonna kill
I
ourselves?
can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
There's so much happening.
Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead? Anything to get out of this hell. You're right. I didn't like that idea. I'm just going to stick around and do nothing, at least for a little while longer. Well, we can't stay. Like, we have to keep doing this. So we have to die.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough
Oh,
reward for
great.
saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate.
Oh, wow. Is this the best you
Fine.
could come up with?
Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
There's no other weapons in this whole entire world. We have to go get the knife that we very specifically killed the princess with.
The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
How long has it been since we killed her if she's a skeleton? That's crazy.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
These claws are wild.
The end. Nice knowing you.
The narrator's pissed at us. The specter.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Yeah.
You're here to slay her.
Yeah. Oh, you bastard. You're in front now. I'm wise to your tricks. But I killed myself. What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not.
Fuck. I keep accidentally hitting my right mouse. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then that's fine. Well, if for
Cold.
whatever reason you're going to
We have a
insist
new
that
voice.
this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
The cold. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
Yeah.
She won't be a problem.
Cold is a new voice. Interesting. I didn't think about getting new voices.
The interior of the cabin. The blade is your implement. It feels like I've been saying. She's dead. We killed her already. You take the blade from the table. It will. The door to the basement groans open, revealing an
this
old
is
banister
new
and a
too.
creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
I like that they say this like almost every time.
The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor,
Crazy.
its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
Nice. She's ghost. That would make
Two
sense.
deep-set
This
eyes
chapter
stare
was
up at
called
you,
The Spectre.
followed by a mischievous skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
Ghost!
I know, she is so cute.
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying.
What?
What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
I got Halloween gift. She gave it to me. Look how cute. I wonder if this is candy. She wore my cardigan, my Mickey Mouse Halloween cardigan today. Sorry, I'm sure that noise was horrible for y'all. Milk Duds will not be eaten. Whoppers will not be eaten. The rest of these will. Milky Way, Snickers, Three Musketeers, Twix, Jolly Rancher. Bro, I used to love Three Musketeers, but it's just like too chocolatey for me now. I'm gonna eat one now anyway, but yay, candy!
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Hey, the way she just said, "Hiya, killer." That did it for me. Wait, can we rewind? Could you say that again? That got me, I think, better than Good Little Bird. Hiya, killer.
The princess
A
drifts across the
wooga.
room
You
into
know what
your
I mean?
orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body.
Oh my god, she's so
And
cute.
she's right there. That means we could kill her again.
I know she's like
if we wanted
meant to be cute, scary, but like I fear I love her. Like her character design is so cool. Hair, see it. Corner of my eye. Okay, so there's so many different like endings that we could have here. So if we just slay her again, are we gonna fuck the ghost? I don't know that that's ever an option, but I would like for it to be an option. If we slay her, that'll probably end this one. We wait and see how things play out. We'll probably die. But I don't know how many different endings we have to have for the biblically accurate princess. You know? What do we think, chat? Slay her or wait and see how things play out? I really don't know. Fucking is not an option, unfortunately. Yet. I don't know if it will be. I don't think so, but you never know. Should we just kill her? Make this like our kill round. Every time we can kill her, we do. Wait, you think?
I see you brought that annoying knife again. So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
What do you mean something else? This is exactly what I was trying to tell you about the woods. This already happened. We killed her. That's to the narrator. I killed you. What are you doing not being dead? Do you know why you came back? Stop playing the victim. You threatened me last time. I'm sorry I killed you last time. I shouldn't have done that. Do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself to satisfy some sort of sick revenge fantasy? Because I already did that, and it wouldn't be hard to do it again. We're a little dramatic. Oh my god, there's so many options. Holy shit. I'm not even halfway down. I'm sorry, is there any way I can make it up to you? The people who wanted you dead tricked me, and the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Let's team up. What do you want from me? If I knew I'd wind up having to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. Damn. That's harsh. I died too, and I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different? You're dead, or at least mostly dead. What can you even do to hurt me? Well, I'm sure she can. After I killed you, this cabin, I went to say it teleported. It wasn't in the woods anymore. Time stopped meaning anything. I had to kill myself to escape. I guess I should tell you why I was sent to kill you. You were going to end the world. I was told you were going to end the world. Okay, clearly slaying you isn't going to work. What do you want? Okay, team, I'm out of ideas, thoughts. If you're dead, then there isn't really much for me to do, is there? I guess I'll get going. Oh, we could just leave her as a ghost. There's so many options, I literally don't even know what to pick. This is crazy. I kind of want to know why she's a ghost. I killed you. What are you doing not being dead?
I don't feel very bad, But I guess I'm not dead. So you must have only mostly killed me. Or maybe death is only mostly real, but it's also mostly not real.
Right.
I'm not sure. I'm just the one these things have happened to, not the one with all the answers. Or any of the answers.
But we're not a ghost. Unless we are? Death, at least as a form of permanence, is just a concept. And clearly it's not a very useful one anymore. Maybe we should throw it out entirely.
You know why you came back?
How should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I have unfinished business with you. Or maybe you have unfinished business with me. All I know is there's a hole in my chest. Not the big obvious one that you put there. There's something older and deeper. A nagging reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
I think we just kill her.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
You're adorable when you're confused.
She thinks we're cute, Chat. She thinks we're cute.
But I didn't say you could touch me. Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
Should I tell her she's supposed to end the world? I feel like that's a bad idea. Slay the princess harder is so funny.
You swing at the princess once more, and once more your blade cuts through nothing as she disappears.
I just wanted to see what would happen.
Really?
Her voice chides from elsewhere in the room. You whirl around, finding her hovering between you and the basement stairs, looking you over with grim disappointment. She draws in close.
I was willing to let bygones be bygones, killer. I was willing to ignore everything you did to me so we could get out of here, together.
Damn.
All I ever wanted was to leave this place. All I ever wanted was to find a way back home. Wherever home is.
Her eyes turn from wells of sorrow to pits of wrath as she stares into you.
It's of what? Why did he say wrath like that?
But I guess violence is the only language you speak.
That's horrifying.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then... Yes? Nothing happens.
Are you sure about that? Something should have happened.
And yet it didn't. We're fine.
Did you miss? Is crazy. Step away.
You do your best to pull away, but it's as if her arm, embedded in your body, is rooting you in place.
Leaving so soon?
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you
Gonna
can
rip
fully
our heart out,
conceptualize
like I thought she
what
did earlier.
eat. The horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you won't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor.
Yeah.
You swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects. A gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound. But it's too little, too late. In her hand, you realize she clutches your still beating heart. It thumps unsettlingly.
Did we get her?
Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
Now her winking at us as she's holding our still beating heart from our
I'm
chest.
afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die.
Slay. The wraith.
You're on a path in the wood, and here we go again. Off to slay her again. The deck's stacked, isn't it? We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost. We
cheated.
start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it. Come on,
Is the cold
let's
still
not
here?
give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer. Yeah. And what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all of this was rigged from the start? That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work. I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be, seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all some kind of sick joke to them.
I think the way they did this with his voices is so fucking cool. Like, it's just one guy. And he is doing all these different voices for just like different, not even emotions. Just like, it's so good.
Okay, so you've already been here. Twice, even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory. Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess. Well, we didn't have to start over. We killed ourselves. And why, pray tell, did you do that? Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us. That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending. The ending was the tedium.
Yeah.
You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void. And then you told us we were happy. Well, were you happy? Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful. Yes. And then she killed us. Even though she was already dead. This is all fake. Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately, real.
Right.
Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seems to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish. All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll even free her.
That is a choice. Why should we help you? All you're going to do is lock us away again forever. Are you the same narrator we met on the other loops? You were quick to accept that we've been here before. We've killed her and been killed by her, and neither of those things have gone well for us. We're going to fall through this loop forever. Eventually, we're going to let her out. We might as well do it now. I mean, true. What happens if we don't go to the cabin? That's another option. There's something else we haven't tried. Turn and leave. I kind of want to see what she looks like here. You know what I mean?
You continue down the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. The more he talks, the more I'm interested in setting her free. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
I was going to say, he's usually like very much He's usually, even like when we're like, oh, we might as well let her out, he's usually like, no, don't fucking do it. But he's not doing that this time. See? Are you trying to reverse psychology on me? Or have you just given
There's
up?
obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue. Would you look at that? We won. Take it however you will.
Should we let her out?
The interior of the cabin is long
Here
and
again.
dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and
She's still a
driving
ghost?
everything forward.
I mean, I guess
The
we'll
only
find out.
furniture of note is... That's strange.
Does he see the mirror?
What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
So we're setting her
Great.
free.
Something else has been taken away from us. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it? You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. We've always been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others. I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation. We just need this to be over.
The voices are so funny. Cheated is
You
really
stop
funny.
as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
Oh my god, hang it up. We see the mirror, babe.
What are the odds she's waiting for us right now? Just out of sight, on the other side of that glass. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening. Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
Shit, where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap. Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse. And you collapse with them.
Of course.
You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess.
Oh!
Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved
Damn,
jagged
she
from
really
ear
shattered
to
our
ear,
ankle.
crowded
Look at
with
her
far
ankle.
too many long and crooked teeth.
But do you know how I feel?
No, she looks
I
great.
gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right.
Look at her ankle. It's like snap, snap. Okay, from the glimpses of ourselves that we keep getting, I feel like we look like Howl in his monstrous form. That's what I'm getting. Just a big ass bird.
I thought maybe you'd see
No.
what you've done and feel remorseful. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over.
Baby girl, we don't have a knife though.
Even after I ripped your heart out, you still cut me. And for what? I didn't go anywhere. You didn't banish me. I'm right back here with you. A little better, a little worse. Well, maybe a lot worse.
No, I don't like that. Hey, I hate that.
So, here's how this is going to go.
Yeah,
I'm
the
going to
double
take
audio
your
is really
body,
cool.
And I'm going to walk it out of here.
Oh,
And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
she snapped her ankle just a little bit more. I feel like she took some of the things you did personally. Yeah, which is so funny because, like, I guess we also kind of took the things that she did to us personally, so, like, I get it.
I say we let her do it. It's something different.
That's
Do
true.
we even have a choice? You always have a choice. Maybe before,
Fine
but
Princess will
not
go
now.
to the prom with
There isn't a
you.
blade this time.
What color are we wearing?
Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade? Well, unless you have any specific ideas, I think my vote's the only one that counts.
Look, we're even now. I killed you, and then you killed me. Water under the bridge, right? I never wanted to hurt you. I don't even know how I got here. I'm a victim in all of this too, you know. Wouldn't possessing me against my will make you no better than me. You don't have to be evil. You don't have to do this. Do you need to take my body? Can't I just open the door for you? That's fine. I actually came here just to free you. Yeah.
Great! See you in a jiffy.
A jiffy.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges.
So
Her
she has
proportions all
no
wrong,
skin anywhere, but
limbs
she
bent
has
and
boobs.
curling,
Don't
moving
worry.
in ways that defy your understanding.
She does not have any skin on her entire body except her fucking titties. Obviously. How else would we know she's a princess?
Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon. So I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too.
Yeah.
And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up. Are you seriously trying to blame this on us? Your vision fades as she tears open the
That
membrane
was
of
so
your soul.
scary. That actually scared me a little bit. Yeah, why is it our fault?
You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong.
She is, he is, we are, she is. We are all together.
It's so
I am the
cramped in here.
walrus.
Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out.
You are the walrus. Ooh. We are the walrus. You know. Except we are the princess, not the walrus.
I know.
Isn't her ankle broken? Oh.
You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. I'd beg you to resist, but you've already surrendered your will to her, haven't you?
Yeah,
Anything to get out of this hellhole. It's a new experience. You should try being possessed sometime. There's nothing else like it.
There's nothing wrong with fixing your mistakes. I'll remember that. But I'll also never forget what you've done.
This sound of her voice in my headphones is insane.
Your
I
body
hate that.
inches along the corridor, every step more difficult and painful than the last. Your joints stiff and unresponsive, the shattered bones of your ankle grinding ceaselessly, as if they're fragmenting, then reforming, then snapping all over again as you make your way towards the outside world.
We're so close.
How close are we? I think I missed it.
But despite the anguish, it doesn't feel like the exit to the cabin is getting any closer. If anything, it's getting further away.
Of course it is.
It doesn't matter how long this hallway is. I will drag this body till it is a piece of meat and feathers. I will be free.
Please, just let her out.
Yes, let me out.
It's pointless, isn't it? I can't stop her without you, and you'd already given up by the time we met. No, screw that. The hallway gets even longer.
Come on, narrator.
It really is, isn't it?
Thanks, narrator. Now she's narrating herself. This is crazy.
Isn't saying all of this his job? Oh, he really is, isn't he? I had a feeling you could deal with him for us.
Crazy.
This is it then. The big moment. I just hope it's a way out.
She's gonna end the room. But as you step outside the bounds of the cabin, you feel another violent tear, a rending that cuts all the way down to your soul. You're once again separated from everything that had nestled in the deep crevices of your body, from everything that isn't you.
We're us again. How interesting.
Every concept design for her is just so fucking...
We actually won, didn't we?
What is happening to me?
Yeah. It's just another rendition of her being taken. But you don't answer her before she's gone. Memory
She's
returns.
gone. And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared this is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust me.
I would have kept them in the dark if I were you. What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. So you're the real puppet master here? Can't believe I tried to help you.
So Cold knew what was going on, but the other two didn't? Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. You're bigger. The bloat is crazy. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You're at the cabin. Just wild. Hey, girl.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of
They're
vitality.
like holding
and
her
movement.
pieces up.
I am more than I was before.
Like, literally shut up. Every time I think her character concept cannot get any cooler, this is fucking insane. The hands are literally holding up the pieces of her corpse right now.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
This is insane and so cool. You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done once before? You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be. What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them. How many more vessels do I need to bring you? What if I don't want to bring any more vessels? What if I want to wait here forever? That's what I'm saying. I feel like any of the choices I could have made in any of those scenarios would have insanely changed even this. You know? I feel like attacking the entity won't get us anywhere. We're gonna go back and get another one.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
This is so crazy. Have a
You're
good
on
rest,
a path
Liz.
in the
That's
woods.
so exciting.
And at the end of that...
What if we just walk away?
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
No. Okay, fine, you're persistent. I'll go to the cabin, I'll slay the princess. Okay, fine, I'll go to the cabin, I'll talk to the princess. Maybe I won't slay her. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. Nope. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna walk into the opposite direction now.
There won't be a new dawn if the world ends. There'll just be nothing forever.
Slay.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Whoa, crazy. Turn around and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
I don't care, I'm not killing a princess, but maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into this.
Your silence is deafening.
Good.
But fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition
We asked
or
him that at the
astrology, but I
beginning,
have to
and
say,
he said,
it seems like the universe
"It has
itself
to
is
be
doing
me."
its
That's like all
best
he'll
to
say.
bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Well, yeah, well, I guess we'll start walking in a different direction. Again. In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Right?
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
Okay.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
This is crazy.
Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
I can't get this off his stick.
You've doomed us all, you know that,
Right
right?
now, but-
But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Thank God. Chapter 2, The Stranger.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
You aren't kidding. She actually ended the world last time, didn't she? What the hell is she?
Last time? Last I checked, there wasn't any last time. We've just met, you and I.
No, we've actually met like 10
If
times
he doesn't
now?
remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking.
Contrarian.
Captive
We have a new
audience.
friend.
The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever,
Do you think we just
then
keep
yes,
walking away
I
during
suppose
this
there
one?
are plenty
Like
of
never
ways you
slay
can
her
pull
and see
that
what
off.
happens?
The world really did end last time, didn't it?
Like just let her keep
We should
ending
be
the
careful.
world?
For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go in the cabin. They put walls up so the only way we can go is forward. Lie. Yep, okay. Heading to the cabin now, where I'm definitely going to slay that princess. Yeah, lie is crazy. That's the first time we've had lie. Yeah, I get it. I'm going to the cabin. If I can't run away from the cabin, then I'm just staying here in the woods forever. Wait, what does lie do, though? Where do we go? Should we lie?
You know I can tell when you're lying, right?
Oh.
Please take this seriously. I am begging you. A warning. Before you go any further. She
Yeah,
will
she
lie
lies
if we're
to me.
stuck. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the... Let's keep an...
No, I don't want to go to the cabin. Fuck. I should have stayed in
The
the...
cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted.
Yeah, that's what I was
An
saying.
inch here,
Like,
a
we
foot
only
there,
could...
such that the
Whoa, this
seams
is
are never
crazy.
quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
Yeah, he put up a wall so we could only walk towards the cabin.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
Right.
No,
I
we're
agree.
taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that. Not when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho! You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
The contrary. The sassy ones are always really funny. Stubborn was my favorite, I think, but contrarian is pretty good too.
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
The stressful
How?
geometry is
Even
crazy.
if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us.
No, so true.
I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine.
Yeah, we're doing great.
Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Are we gonna slay her?
You take the blade. Okay, fine, you took the knife. But you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. We'll look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Hold the blade the other way.
Switch your grip on the blade.
That's
Congratulations.
so cool! Look! Our like mouse changed to like hold it how he said.
Yes! Isn't this so much better? Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
Yeah, the cursor is so fun. Do we throw the blade out the window? Do we try and kill her again? I say let's try and kill her again.
The door to the basement creaks open,
Whoa, okay, MC
revealing a web
Escher.
of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible
we could
quality
slay the
that comes from the
narrator
blending
instead.
together of every
But like
scent
we
there
are
is
the
at
narrator.
once. An odour
Like
that
he's
is
part of us.
simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing.
My dad is a huge MC Escher fan. Like, huge MC Escher fan. So, unfortunately, I know, like, all of his works. My sister and I, during COVID, we got into puzzles. It's like, what else was there to do for 3 months? And we did the staircase puzzle. It's really hard.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Okay, so she wasn't... No, his stuff is really cool, but it's just like, I don't know, I feel like it's a weird thing to know about.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you.
Hero's like, you know what? I think I'm good. I think I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for the invitation. These stairs look great. I'm a dip.
Oh, don't be such a baby.
That is so funny.
I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure.
No.
And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Oh. Take the harsh stairs to the left. Take the center staircase. Or take the soft stairs to the right. Take the harsh stairs.
You step to the left. The path is cruel against your feet, the impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations up your legs until there's nothing left in them to feel. The air around you grows cold the further you progress.
Whoa.
At first a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold. Your toes feel like blocks of ice, your breaths puff out in clouds of condensed vapor. You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway, losing yourself in the bone-deep chill. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
This is crazy.
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then
There's
vanish.
less and less.
Until the only things experienced are the endless
This is so
repeating patterns and
cool.
emotions of the journey. A continuous
Is this us?
consumption
Is
and
the mouse
betrayal.
us now? Is that our face?
Skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity.
Are you just going to stand there?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stair. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement.
What just happened?
Don't forget. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down.
Contrarian is tracking me up.
You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was here. What's your name? Getting down here was weird, like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me? You probably know you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here? You're apparently a threat to the world. I was sent here to slay you.
And do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of monster?
Because I know everything you've heard about me is true, and I'm going to lay waste to everything, starting with you.
Right.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time?
We don't know.
Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
What's your name? If I let you out of here, what are you going to do? I'm getting you out of here. Try and free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Leave her in the basement. Why are these three all the same? Joke's on you, I've never had a thought. These three are all one. I don't know if that's supposed to be like that. If I let you out of here, what are you gonna do?
I don't think what I'd do really matters, does it? I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. Besides,
You already know what I'm going to do.
Not a single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction. It's infuriating, isn't it? Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under? Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse. I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kinda hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
No, I want to ask more questions. What's your name?
you can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really. Princess. No, I don't need a name.
My name is whatever hushed whispers follow in the wake of my devastation.
None of them have names. How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
Why are these all one answer? Getting down here was weird. Like I was told no, because she did do that to us.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
That's why there was 3 answers as one.
All at once you charge forward, knife gleaming to slay the princess just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart.
This is a cool character design too. all of them like smashed in
I
together.
think he's gone.
We were never going to salvage this, were we?
Oh, narrator's gone.
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit.
Oh my god, that's so cool. All three of them talking over each other. Also, this one's definitely like dead.
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
This is so cool.
We should help her. I think we did this.
How surprisingly sincere.
I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Here's what I'm saying. The voice actors are crazy. Hi, Chloe. Quite a few. Right now we have Contrarian and the hero. The last time we had Cold, Stubborn, and the hero. I don't remember the first one.
Please.
It's so cool. It's going to be okay. I'll do my best. I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. No. You just destroyed everything. I'm not going to fix you. Say nothing. I say we leave her ass like this. Yeah. Yeah. I can't tell if we're making her better or worse. The illusion of choice when everything is possible. Nothing. You know what I mean? Like in the end game, I can't tell if we are making her end self better or worse. You'll never know if she hears your reply. She's gone. Memory
She's
returns.
gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
No.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
What do we look like now? You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. What do we look like now? Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Oh, you've withered. We're decaying. Ooh. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. What does she look like now? You are at the cabin. I'm sure it's fine.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
It can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. How can you stand to be a contradiction? It doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse? What do you think of this vessel? You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? Do you know what happens to the world we leave behind? What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. Do not worry. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets. I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
See what we can bring her now. This is crazy.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the you make your way up the short path to the cabin.
I think we go in without a blade the first time. We don't take the blade. See what happens.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing
What
a
if we let her
dangerous
just, like,
game
take us
by
this
coming
time?
here unarmed.
We haven't let her do that yet. I'm here to save you. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've
And
had
it's
any
like,
visitors. Please,
hey,
come
what's up, princess?
downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I say we let her go.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, fuck it.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key is still lying around somewhere up there. Maybe, and if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Did the narrator just lock us in
Is
here?
someone else here?
Try the
You
door.
try the door, but it's locked from the outside. Your shouts and pleas are met with
The
silence.
narrator just locked us down
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
That's crazy. He
Easier
locked
for
us down.
whom? Easier for everyone.
What a
Look at the
freak.
mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing
I
through
don't know
her
what I was
limb
expecting,
with
but
the
it was not
determination
that.
of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
What the fuck?
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Yeah, but I gotta know. We're gonna save her.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this
She
place.
doesn't need that hand,
You
know?
cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Not the muscle being pulled.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
Yeah, I guess that's one way to
She
do
didn't so
that.
much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach
No.
the locked door.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
He's controlling us.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
There's so many of them.
Stop
Warn
that.
her.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to
Chat,
connect.
what the fuck is happening?
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive. The blade!
Sorry, keep doing that.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
She gonna kill us?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake?
This is crazy.
Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that
Not the narrator
slices its
making
way
us feel
into
pain.
your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to
Right.
use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
When the unreliable narrator's actually villainous, right?
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
So I wonder with us like setting her free this time, how she's going to be the next time we see her.
Oh, that's rich coming from you.
You know what I mean?
As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The damsel.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Will
And
she
in the
remember that
basement of
we
that cabin
set her free?
Is a princess. You're here
Because she usually
to slay
remembers,
her.
you know what I mean?
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning.
Yeah.
Forget he said, but he is a villain. He made
Smitten!
our beloved
We have a new
brutally take
friend!
our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
Last time? What are you talking about?
I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to
Me
ignore
for
him.
real.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
No, he's literally like tipping his fedora. My lady? Princess?
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
I'm going to set you free, princess.
The interior of the cabin
this
is
is all
clean
different.
and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
What if we leave the knife again?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We don't need the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing
My
an
feet, I'm
intricate
starting to
stairwell.
like the princess.
Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls.
I also like that the
The
prison.
basement almost seems
the basement
welcoming
changes
in the
every
dim
time, too.
firelight.
Cool.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love.
I think we're in love with the princess.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
I think I like being manipulated by the princess.
You walk down the stairs and
Oh,
lock
she's got
eyes with the
a new
princess.
dress.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
No.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely
Oh my, I'm so sorry. Surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you?
We told you
That's
that.
right, villain. And you killed us.
Mm.
Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
Why did I say the same thing as man? No, Billy literally called him a villain.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you.
Right.
This is horrible.
No, we're doing great. You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? Why does that sound like a fucking baby? It hurt a lot when you killed me. Why would you do that to me? I thought we were friends. I was kind of rude. Kind of rude of you, princess. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? What happened after I died? I have to ask. Did you end the world after you killed me? I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair. Do I just rescue her? I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
I don't think that's
What?
right.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
Nah, here.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what?
I hit rescue
Take
her,
over
by
our
the way.
body and force us to try and kill her?
Been
I
there,
would
done
if you
that.
had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
You wouldn't.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Her dress and tiara are different.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
I'm no better
Ugh.
than a man.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for
We
Mr. Romance,
changed
we
the-
don't have a weapon.
I can't keep looking at this.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love
Why are
on our side?
Why are the subtitles there? They're doing it on purpose.
What do we do now?
What do you want to
Let
do?
me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
Yeah.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection,
I want to end the world.
and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I want you to tell me what you want. There must be something you want. Do you want to end the world? I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later. If you want to leave, then let's leave.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping
The
is the
sparkles
only
are
recourse
crazy.
you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
Are we gonna see her end the
And
world?
What happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Fuck the narrator, yo.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Hero's like, I'm just here. You think you can open it? I think we can open it if we try together. I think I've got this. Open the door by yourself.
Okay. Yeah, you've got this.
You place your hand on the door, and the lock clicks, and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
Ha! I knew it. Your words are no match for the pure strength of our hearts, bound together as one.
You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade. That's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
You're not
You're
doing
enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you. You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone. That's not how this works. Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
All we need to be happy is each other. What if we just stayed here and built a life together? Stop these interruptions. I have already made up my mind. We're leaving. Just ignore them. No, we're gonna leave.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Your love will set you free.
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
Is the biblically accurate princess gonna snatch her?
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Yep. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory
She's
returns.
gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now? What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Do it then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
Smitten is really funny. I love the side voices. They're so good. You approach the mirror. What do we look like this time? The remains. You're unraveled. Okay. What do we got?
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
No, Smitten is absolutely a bard.
Do you know what we'll find out there?
Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me? There are trees and stars and people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think we're real? Do you have thoughts on this vessel? Do you know what's happening when you awaken? When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one? How many more vessels do I need to bring you? If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here forever if I have to. Is this a rhetorical question?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me. Short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
There are trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least they're supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Right. Do you think anything out there is real? Do you think we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Whoa. That's crazy. Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
Oh, I should have
Do
asked
not
about the other
mourn
ones.
her. She has served her purpose.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough.
One more.
And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
All right, y'all. One more.
The next time I will be here, waiting for you.
I don't know what to do now.
You're on a path in the
Bring
woods.
the damsel to her.
And at the end of that...
Yeah, we know all of this. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
You make your way. We're not going to go ignore him. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the blade is...
I don't know what to do. Do we kill her? Or kill her in the second round? When she thinks that we like her? I'm gonna take the blade.
You take the blade.
I feel like there's a lot of options when you have the blade. What does it look like?
The door to the basement creaks open. Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds... Don't let it fool... Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs. She's focused on the task.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands
we
and
kept it
drops
in our
to the
hands
floor
last
with
time.
an unceremonious
this.
clang.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
A relationship? Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
I know what I've been told. Whether or not I believe it is an entirely different matter.
So, you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk,
I feel like we
I'll
should tell her
talk.
she's gonna
But
end
this
the world.
isn't talking.
I don't think we've told her at all. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty.
Again, she offers...
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Ooh, keep her locked away.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Oh, I made my choice. I'm locking her in the
I
basement.
know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here.
So we can just
It's a
leave her
chance
here?
we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way to the stairs.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
No, I'm gonna leave her in here.
You'll be the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing
love how many
voice
different
calling out
options
to
there are.
you
This
from
is
the
crazy.
other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
The banging is crazy.
It's not like this little door I'll hold for very long anyways. But it's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something
I'm
out of a
scared.
nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and you don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Throw me all you want, all it does is ease my guilty conscience. So all of that was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess, you're a monster. I'm just gonna ignore her.
Just
go to sleep.
ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you just don't pay attention to it.
No, for sure.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar,
No, this is
its
fine.
lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to
Bestie, you
uphold the
doing
truth.
okay?
Lying about the facts
Me
of
or
the situation
her?
doesn't change them.
I think the answer to both those are no.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
It's
Or
scary.
maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only help me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Listen, I'll be honest. Her flayed skin was less scary than
Your
this.
lungs stop drawing in breath,
Personal space.
and your heart freezes
Ma'am,
in your
please back up
chest.
6 feet.
You have
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
Do we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Wait, do we not see her again? Oh, okay, yeah. Hi, Goose. The nightmare.
You're on a path in the woods. You're
Come here.
a warning before you go any further. She
Yeah,
won't.
yeah,
It doesn't matter.
Paranoid.
Trust anyone.
You gotta lay down, baby. Why are you all wet? What are you doing? Are you being bad? Did you get sprayed with the water bottle?
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Hey, I don't like the ghosties outside. That's horrifying.
Hold on. What happened to the door? It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done.
He's staring at the mouse, so I know he's gonna go after my screen,
So deep breath in, deep breath out.
I think we try and kill her. Take the blade.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Steel can't lie to us.
Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
A bomb!
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
Yeah.
You cross over the threshold
Whoa.
and onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness.
More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes.
Oh my god, yeah. Hate that.
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I like that she also has a different, voice descriptor depending on what we did to her the first time.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Come back? She must have you confused with someone else.
No, baby, we've been here.
You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared.
How hard is it to throw a knife? I'm going to talk to her. We don't need a plan. I'm just going to kill her. Mr. Narrator seems to think I can do it. I don't know why you're all being such pessimists right now. Step off into the void between the stairs. We can just kill ourselves?
Finally, a voice of reason.
That's crazy.
The rest of you should take notes. You know why I'm being a pessimist.
I'm just asking questions.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones, visible against the inky black of the basement, mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed.
Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is?
No, I'm not.
We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again.
Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
Okay, last time we
I
went
wouldn't give it too
left.
much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
I'm gonna go right.
You turn to the
Hated
right.
that.
A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
Okay, she's cool looking.
There has to be a way out of this. Think.
The, broken
What did you
doll
do?
look.
Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt.
Oh.
Heart, lungs, Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open.
Nerves. Heart.
What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death.
Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more?
This game is fucking crazy.
You have seconds left.
Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Nerves, heart, lungs.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you?
Heart.
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
Liver, nerves.
She isn't attacking us.
Heart,
Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late.
nerves, heart, lungs,
Why won't you finish me off? What good am I to you alive? What do you want from me?
lungs.
What happened after you killed me last time? I wasn't here to stop you from destroying the world. I can't just let you leave. You're a lunatic, you know that, right?
Nerves,
If you want to work together, you can at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation.
nerves,
How about I just kill you instead?
lungs,
We don't have to be enemies, we can work together. We can be friends even.
nerves,
I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you leave. I'm not going to try and kill you, so do your word.
nerves, heart,
Toss the blade and remain with your nightmare.
liver, nerves, heart,
Or we can leave with her like this.
liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
I don't know.
nerves,
Do we just like stay? I kind of want to just stay with her and see what happens.
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
Is that crazy?
liver,
Are you serious?
heart, lungs,
You fling the blade into the void,
nerves,
denying yourself the opportunity to ever slay her
liver,
and finish your mission.
nerves,
Nobody's happy here, but maybe it's for the best.
You poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not?
nerves,
I am what I am.
lungs,
And you're always going to be a coward.
nerves,
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down. You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you. Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met.
I can
with
assure
every
you I
muscle
do
you've
not want to
moved
see
and
what's
every
beneath.
word you've ever spoken. No, 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 no.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment, gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Let me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Chat. This is fucking crazy.
Let me out.
No, 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 no. No, no. What's happening to us?
Let me out.
This is all too much. I can't keep going. You can't keep going? Well, what are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond.
Oops. I think I broke you. I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Monolith of fear.
You're on a path in the... Shit! What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing? There was a princess,
They're all here.
It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember. You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you? I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left. We have to let her out. No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her. Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let her out.
Opportunity.
It's really the
we
only
didn't have
way
him.
this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything. No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever. I think. We're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart? We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere. There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything.
There's voices here we've never seen.
We love her, so we have to set her free. Can we love something that hates us?
Skeptic.
Can we love something that hurts us?
To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love.
This is crazy.
Why are there
and
so many
cool.
of us? There aren't supposed to be
We
so
did have
many of
cheated.
us.
I forgot about cheated.
This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
Like 4? I think they're all wrong. It's a good question. How many times have we all been here? What if we don't go to the cabin? Can you make sense of them? I feel so disjointed. I don't know if I can pull this off. I don't know if I can slay her.
I don't care how you feel. You have to slay her. You have to pull yourself together. You have to snap out of it. You're lucky you haven't been stuck here like the rest of them. There's no other way to keep going. You either need to forget or you need to stop feeling much of anything. They can't do either.
He's not wrong. He's the only smart one left, if you ask me.
He's worse than her.
Proceed to the cabin.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually, you do make it to the cabin, or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill. No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there. Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never sees it. He always lies.
And he always makes it gone.
Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do. She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
Oh. Approach the mirror.
You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin. The cabin that isn't there.
You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it. Smash it to pieces.
She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free. It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it. Just do something. It doesn't matter what. Proceed. Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific. That's a new one. Do you think it'll work? Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them.
I don't know about that, babe.
And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see? We're one step closer to her. The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating,
This music
but
is
there's
so
just
weird.
enough vague
So
shape and
creepy.
unknown texture to suggest the structure they're in, wrong and unsettling as it may be. The only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. Take it. It's the only way forward.
Take the blade. You have to take the blade. Right,
You reach
right,
down
right,
to take
right,
the
right,
blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth.
Hey, I don't want to go down there.
You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep. Deep in the bowels of the earth, you see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread. It's her. She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
You really are a coward.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
I was joking when I said that way back when. You know that, right?
And closer.
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could knock you.
And closer.
Watching over me forever? That was so brave.
And closer.
Just so many
But
arms.
forever is so long. And time erodes everything. Except for me, I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. All that's left is for you to take my will and let me out. It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me. But you'll get to be there too. A witness. I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything. Now don't
we're a bird.
pose. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your power so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
Just take her hand and set her free.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle, tender even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you. The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
My hands are gonna grab her. The princess, exhausted, slumps.
Why is it so cold?
Yep. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. And they
She's
return.
gone. Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost. That mirror's back. What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away just like her. Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they? Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here. Finally, we can smash it.
Stubborn has been wanting to smash his mirror since the
Oh, will
beginning.
you stop with the smashing?
Yeah.
What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves.
Yeah. I think I'd like that.
What do we think we get this
Seems
time?
we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
What are we getting this time? You step towards the mirror once more. Secrets remain hidden. Its mysteries remain unsolved.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready. It feels okay. The fear's gone. I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you. I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready to sleep.
I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here. Boys, it's been an honor.
You are nothing at all. It's our face again, the mouse. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled, in the shadow, just beyond the reflection.
I
Are
think
you
you
me?
know what I am.
Crack slides down the center of the mirror, splintering the image in the glass into two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. Oh my God, it's a giant bird. What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when the pieces of you break like this? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? Every time I ask something, it looks like a piece of you breaks. Or are you part of me? Or part of something else? You're the one who wanted me to slay the princess. Why? I've met you many times. Have you been the same all along? I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I?
You were either going to have seen all this, or you weren't going to have seen all this. This is worse, but you still have an opportunity to save the world. You can still slay her.
I hate the mouth moving. If you're not me, then what
I'm
are
an
you?
echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Okay, we can only ask so many questions. You're the one who wanted me to slay the princess. Why?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
You said she contains death. What is
She
she?
is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
Want me to destroy the concept of transformation? How is that existence any better than death, or even different from death at all? Honestly, it all feels worse. If I destroy her, won't I be alone?
Yes, you will, but it will all be worth it. When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
Why did you make her a princess?
I didn't make her a princess, but I wove the idea of her into something your scattered mind could fathom. You chose for that something to be a princess.
Oh. You have heard it now. You already know what you are. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god. And it's finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. See you to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there's no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. Oh, okay.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
The long quiet, but I don't know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
So we can either kill her or save her? There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this all falling on me? Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions, and I need answers before I can make a choice. If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked, if all of them would have led to this moment? There has to be another way. This can't just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. Slay her. I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go. I don't know what to do.
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict. If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart. And there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart
I didn't ask
unshared.
for this. What's
You
happening?
are the only
What's
thing like
happening?
me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you
help.
bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
Oh my god, hi Taylor, welcome back. I'm scared. Address this vessel's statement directly. Appeal to your shared humanity. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation. But that isn't what any of this has been about. Reject her authority. You've done nothing but lecture me since the minute I got here. Argue your independence. You act as though the world can't exist without you. But I've existed without you. Reject her perspective. I won't engage with violence. Remain silent. Taylor, this game has been fucking crazy. Fuck. I don't know. I feel like saying I won't engage with violence isn't right because, like, I'm probably gonna kill her, right? I feel like this is gonna make her more mad. That's gonna make her more mad. Maybe appeal to your shared humanity.
Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me. Your lever drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes
Okay, that's
meant
the
nothing
princess
to you.
that we fell in love
You
with.
had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever, consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
I get it. There's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you. I just don't know how. Stop the fight early and surrender. Continue to appeal to your shared humanity. This has always just been about us, two people forced to hurt each other again and again and again. But we don't have to hurt each other anymore. So, okay, I understand. Each of these is going to pertain to one of her that we brought here. This one is pertaining to the princess that we fell in love with. So I think if we continue to appeal to her humanity, it'll be this princess that we're talking to. If we do any of the other ones, it's going to bring forth any of the other ones that we brought them. Because the first one we talked to was the creepy one with no face. I'm going to continue to appeal to her
You cling
humanity.
to your notion of pain as suffering. There is beauty in ugliness, and love in conflict.
My massive mob you. There is no beginning to them, and there is no end.
And there is no
There's
end.
only the flood of
There
bodies.
is only the flood
In
of
every moment you hold
bodies.
every possible
Every
sensation at
moment
once,
you
and
hold
then you
every
hold them all
possible
again.
sensation at once. And then you hold them all again.
That was a lot for my brain to process.
But
Oh,
in the
nope,
end,
we
when
do
you
that.
reflected it back at me, for a brief moment, both of us were everything.
That's why there's three voices. Okay. Now that makes sense.
We can be everything again. We can weave a beautiful and endless song.
I saw every version of us across every reality, and not every reality had you drawing breath. Even then, I went on. The world doesn't need you. I don't like that these are different colors.
You speak of me as if I am a ghost, but I am right in front of you.
Do we get the ghost now? She's so scary. Our broke ass ankle. She's so scary. Justice Vessel's statement directly. I kind of don't want to surrender. I think I want to kill her.
But you say nothing. That cold fire has left your eyes. Are you finally willing to listen? Is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with? A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that fear it.
Have you? Or is what you think of as independence merely an illusion? Without me, you can have no contrast. And without contrast, you have no shape.
As the clash between you abates, the princess withdraws, trembling.
You are unmovable. Is it by the design of our conflict that I cannot win? Or are you just that fervent in how you cling to delusion? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. What do you think happens if we leave here? Okay, I'm ready to go, but how do we leave? I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave? I can't let that happen. I can't let everything die. Slay the princess. I was told there was enough of you in me to preserve meaning and existence. I'm going to trust that's true. Slay her. I have to fight for a better world. I'm so sorry. Slay her. You are cruelty itself, and I cannot let you exist. Slay her. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you free. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you. I say we just kill her,
Oh, then destroy me if you're able. But I will not coddle you in my final moments. I will not yield to your delusion without a vicious struggle.
You don't have to face her alone.
Which hero are you? You have no idea how good it is to hear you. You can do this alone. Where's everybody else? How are you supposed to help? I thought voices weren't allowed in here. I thought you died whenever I looked in the mirror. Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you. Seems like you've been doing all right on your own, but I don't think you can strike a decisive blow from out here. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Then let's go.
It's getting more detailed.
Don't think any of the others have forgotten what you said at the mirror. They all talked, and they're not happy. But we can discuss that later. We have a job to do.
Hey, what did I say at the mirror? Oh my god, all of her bodies are outside.
Do you need me to describe things?
I'd like that for old time's sake. Is the narrator really gone?
It's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
The offer still stands. Can you describe the cabin to me for old time's sake?
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know I've already mentioned it, but if we want to see this through, we're going to need that blade. That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
That's what I said earlier. I literally said when we grab the knife, we have more options.
Stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
We both know why you're here. You don't have to draw it out for my sake.
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are,
She's not
knife in hand. That sight brings me back. You're going to do it then, aren't you? You're really going to kill me. You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
No, we're just gonna kill
So this
you.
is it then. Let's see this through.
So, that's how it is. Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out. Despite our differences, I've always loved you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
You blink and the princess is gone. All you have left of her is a small, melancholic weight that sits at the borders of your heart. The tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her. She carried a part of what should be you. Things won't be now as they were then, but they aren't nothing either.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
No, she's not. A small part of her is with
Is that
us.
a metaphor, or are you being literal? It doesn't matter, we don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
You leave the basement behind, then the stairs, and then you leave the cabin itself.
It's quiet here.
The path and the woods outside are an empty canvas. But there's even more to see beyond this place, the fruits of your labor, a world free from death. Set yourself free. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. You feel your wings, spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of your cage pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Open your heart and bear witness to your new kingdom. All at once, the unyielding tension gives way. And then the shattering. You are free, and before you lies the endless expanse of absolute reality, a new absolute reality, one forged by your will and by a long and arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times over. But there will be no more bloodshed in this new world.
We didn't forget what you told us.
We were the end of the world.
You thought we'd be gone. Thought you could taunt us with death. We never left. We've just been quiet, hiding somewhere else. But we don't need to be quiet any longer. We're the house now. We get to make the rules. And I'm not sure you'll like those new rules. You should never make assumptions about things you don't know. Like whether or not the voices in your head will be gone for good. Torturer. And to think I thought we could rely on you. Can't even trust ourselves. This is going to be fun, isn't it? Slaying our beloved and threatening us with damnation. There's no good ending for you.
Ooh, Smitten is mad.
You all need to lighten up. Telling us we were going to die was funny. I'm not sure they agree with you. Voices get around. Knives out, boys. It's time to get to work.
What? A new and ending dawn and everyone hates you. Wait, what? That's crazy. We made all the voices hate us. I didn't mean for that. I guess I was a little selfish. Spoon's the cat. Oh, cool. It's the track order for a special playlist just for you. Now that you finish the full story for the first time, you've also unlocked the gallery. You can access it from the main and in-game menus under the Memories tab. It's full of clues that will help you find undiscovered vessels and interactions. Chad, that was crazy. I like don't even. I wonder how many endings there are. I want to look it up. Slay the princess. Number of endings. Okay, so there's only 2 endings, but like you get the different like gameplays, I guess is more. Yeah. So you can either slay her, which is what we did, or you leave with her. Those are the only 2 endings, but like it's everything that's along the way. So like obviously there was like what 4 voices at the end that we never spoke to. So those are different versions of the game that like the gameplay itself that you could get. It's so cool. I really like that. That was really cool. And like I said, like the like sketchy looking art style and the like voice just being like the voices being one person. So freaking cool. I really enjoyed that. I was gonna play Demonologist, but I'm kind of tired. I might go lay in bed. You know? I think that's the plan. I think I'm gonna lay in bed and read my Omegaverse smut. You know? Also, if you guys haven't read The Scent of Us, it's a duology, and then there's a 3rd book based on one of like the friends. Um, they're very good. They're by Eliana Lee, I think is the author. I'll put it in the Discord. But I started reading them because I'm getting them from Fake Rate. I had to sneeze, but it went away. That was so hateful. I started reading them because I'm getting the first 2 from Fake Rate, and they are really good. I like them a lot. Very heavy themes, but I still really am enjoying it. Let's see who. I think Mika is streaming. She is. We're gonna go see Mika. I think she's playing DVD. She is. Amazing. Love y'all. I will see you guys not tomorrow. We'll see about Saturday. Maybe Saturday. Maybe we'll start BG3 on Saturday. How do we feel about that? Because I'll be at Horror Nights tomorrow for the final time. I'm gonna miss her. Oh my god, yeah, when I see you guys tomorrow. It will be you guys. Literally Chloe and Taylor. I can't wait. Taylor, I'll text you so we can figure out logistics of everything. I love you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.